Is the UK finally resetting its relationship with the EU? In May 2025, Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced a new UK-EU trade agreement aimed at easing tensions and improving cooperation. Today, we'll break down what this deal means for the UK, the EU, and you. You're watching Civic Clarity UK, making sense of British politics, one video at a time. In May 2025, Keir Starmer and EU leaders reached a new trade deal, building on the 2020 Brexit trade agreement. The deal aims to reduce friction in trade, but there are pros and cons to consider. Trade and food. One major change is that food exports between the UK and EU will face fewer checks and red tape. This should help farmers and food producers. However, critics argue that aligning with EU food standards could limit the UK's ability to negotiate deals with other countries, like the US, which has different rules. Fishing rights. The UK has extended fishing rights for EU vessels for another 12 years, benefiting the seafood industry. But many UK fishermen feel this is a betrayal, as they were expecting exclusive access to UK waters post-Brexit, travel and tourism. UK passport holders can use automatic e-gates at EU airports, and pet passports are back, making travel easier. However, this doesn't fully restore the freedom of movement the UK had within the EU, and some still face limitations on working and living in the EU. Young people and education. A new youth mobility scheme will allow young people to work or study in the EU for up to a year, with the possibility of rejoining the Erasmus programme. Yet, UK students still won't have the full access to EU academic exchanges they once had. Security and cooperation. The UK and EU will now share crime data more easily, helping combat terrorism and organised crime, alongside a new defence partnership. However, some argue this could limit the UK's independence in law enforcement and defence matters, making it more reliant on EU systems. Impact on business and the economy. The deal could boost trade, especially in agriculture and fishing, and is expected to add £9 billion to the UK economy by 2040. However, small businesses may still struggle with customs paperwork and regulatory barriers. Overall, this new deal represents a reset in UK-EU relations, with potential benefits in trade, travel, and security. While it aims to make things easier for businesses and travellers, concerns about sovereignty, fishing rights, and future trade negotiations remain. What do you think of the new UK-EU trade agreement? Do you see it as a positive step forward, or do you have concerns? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below and let's discuss. If you found this video helpful, like and send it to someone who may need this information. Subscribe to Civic Clarity UK for more easy-to-understand videos on British politics and updates on the laws that affect you and your family. You've been watching Civic Clarity UK, British politics made simple for everyday people.